I'm here with a good friend of mine, Greg Ward, and we're going to be talking about one of the best tournaments in the Southeast. Greg, thanks for being with us.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great. Tell us about this trout tournament.
Well, this is our 10th annual Smoky Mountain Trout Tournament. It'd be April the 7th and 8th. We stock over 10,000 rainbow trout in 20 miles of streams.
Wow.
So we start at the National Park boundary here in Gatlinburg at traffic light number 10 and stock downstream to the Church of God Home for Children in Sevierville. So a lot of water, plenty of room to fish, and we're going to put a lot of fish in the river.
So this is the 10th year, so I'm sure this has grown from the beginning. You get a lot of families that repeat and a lot of new fishermen that have never been here before.
Right. We've got some guys that have fished this is our 20th tournament. We do a spring and a fall event. It's always the first weekend of April and the last weekend of September. I've got some guys that I've literally watched them in the youth division go to the adult division, and got a bunch of really good fishermen out of the state of Virginia, Tennessee. There's 17 states that fish in the trout tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So if somebody wants to fish in it, what do they do?
You can register online at SmokyMountainTroutTournament.com, and registration forms there. You can register in Gatlinburg at Ace Hardware on Highway 321. And Libby's always done a great job for us up here.
Right, right. So if someone has never fished it before, they can just go get a rod and reel, need a fishing license, obviously.
Right. I have a breakdown of the license actually that you'll need on the website, but get a fishing license. We put over 10,000 trout in. Gatlinburg always has a lot of fish in the river for the trout tournament. Of course, it's single hook. You can use anything you want to. 5 fish limit. We start fishing on Saturday, 30 minutes before sunrise. Take your 5 fish limit to the weigh-in site. We weigh in on Saturday at 4 and on Sunday at 2. I've always done that, the Sunday weigh-in at 2 o'clock so the non-residents can go ahead, get weighed in, and get back home. But a lot of prizes, trophy, cash prizes, gift certificates. And one of my favorite things for gifts are the 10,000 trout we put in the river.
Right.
I've got 2 raceways in Chilhowie, Virginia that raise fish just for these tournaments. And I put 1,000 3 to 8 pound rainbow trout in. And I just don't know anywhere you can go and catch that size fish for a great weekend.
Now, what weight wins the prize usually?
Our record weight it's a 2-day tournament, so 10 fish, 5 fish per day. Our record is right at 40 pounds, a 4-pound average.
Wow.
Rainbow. And our number one big fish is 8.5 pounds, 8.46. So it's a king salmon is what it is.
Greg, what are some of the best places to fish along the whole river?
A lot of people ask, where do you stock them?
That's what I'd want to know.
Right, right.
Where do I go?
Just like everyone else, anyone that stocks. And I've done this in Virginia, northern Georgia, Tennessee. The easiest place to stock fish is around the bridges and off the bridges. So in this tournament waters, we have approximately 19 bridges. That would be a great place to start.
Sure, yeah.
And of course, we have youth divisions. When we took over the trout tournament 10 years ago, we separated the non-residents with the residents, and then we did a youth division and adult division. So the youth waters, I know Gatlinburg's corporate youth waters are just stacked full of fish, and that's a pretty easy place to take a youth.
Now, I'm sure some of the pros use the fly casting and others just use rod and reel.
Yeah.
You can use either one.
Right. A single hook, you can use anything you want to. During the tournaments, we're back into catch and keep here in Gatlinburg. It always starts April the 1st, and that has always been, the start of the Smoky Mountain Trout Tournament.
Well, it's so neat to see people walking through Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg or whatever with like a stringer of fish, and you can see a smile on a kid's face, and what a neat thing for a family to do.
Right. I've got a saying, and I truly believe this, $2.50, although next week, Gatlinburg's permit goes up to $3.50. But for $3.50, the program has been so good since '81. I mean, it's just a phenomenal, the best municipality stocking program I've ever seen. But when you pay $3.50 to get a license, and then go, even if you just buy the one day, $11.50, rainbow trout in a restaurant in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, or Sevierville start at about $20 a plate. Okay, you're almost assured up here 5 fish. So what a very as far as the cost wise, I'd rather go catch a fish out of the river.
Right.
I tell my clients all the time, they're staying in cabins and everything. I said, look, go to Long John Silver's, get your The hush puppies. They got great hush puppies. Go over to KFC and get your coleslaw and you know, all the fixings. We can get get the trout pretty easy, and y'all can have fish fry while you're in it. And that way, keep Mama happy.
Right.
You don't want her in there cooking everything, so the trout are quite simple to cook.
How did the tournament get started, Greg?
Years ago, back in '82, when Gatlinburg started their program, it was called, they started it for a slow weekend in April, and it was originally the Gatlinburg Trout Rodeo. And then a few years later, the city of Gatlinburg turned it over to the Sportsman's Club. And it kind of, I've ran 20 of them. There's a lot of work in a trout tournament, or any tournament for that matter. And so it kind of got to where we weren't getting, we kind of got away from what we originally started, which was to create tourism on an off weekend. And so I was called in 97, 98, 99. I took over, and we've increased the non-resident anglers that are in the tournament now have increased by 150%.
Wow.
And every year we increase more. So I'm really proud of that, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. And really, here within the next couple of years, I'm getting some more corporate sponsorship back, and it looks nothing but up and up and up. I want to have 500 anglers.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just something that we're about and we should be doing, and it brings new people here. And, you know, the 7th and 8th of April, it's going to be just a gorgeous time. So I'm thrilled that you're doing it, and it's going to be a fun time for everybody.
Here we've got the dogwoods are in full bloom. The redbuds are in full bloom. Turkeys are running all over the place. I mean, it's this time of year. I just love East Tennessee in the spring, and we always have a real good time.
Great. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
Good luck on the tournament.
Yes,
and
sir.
I might even bring Albert and Weather Lion.
Yeah. Hey, we'd love to have you.
Thank you.
All right.